We are now continuing on page 30, Duplicate and Distribute, and we are going to take what we have learned and apply it to creating this amplifier. So I need you to select both of these. Pop them up there. Now with this one, we will pop that in the middle, somewhere right there. And make sure you select everything here because it's not grouped together or anything, but straight underneath. And then we will select them both and increase the size. Then taking our zoom tool, we will zoom right in and adjust those two so we can put our skills into play. Now, if you like, select those, that one, and delete that. Pop that out of the way so we have no distractions. Now the reason I have done it like this is so that, of course, we have an original to look at, but then we have all of the pieces that I've created for you already that you need to align in a similar manner as possible. Now I am going to show you a little bit of this, but not all of it, because I really do want you to have to, well, kind of pass a test here if you like. Let me guide you. What are some of the things we have learned so far? Well, how about guideline? We are going to learn about guidelines. Just drag on the ruler, and I would take a lot guideline, and I pop it right there, and I take another guideline, and I pop it over there, and at least that will help me there. I might grab another guideline and put on the edge there so that I can line up super rich, and maybe another guideline, and I will line up with the dot there, maybe even another one. I think you have got the idea, all right? So I would use lots of guidelines, and I am going to move a couple of those. You are going to have to create some duplicate, so I am going to quickly do this for you and fly through it very quickly because I really do want you to work this out. So here we go. Well, first of all, I'm going to take that silver bit there, and I am going to grab the guideline and just line it up there. Put that right on the edge. Then I am going to select that black one, finger on Shift. Now remember, the last object that you select, which in this case will be that silver frame, is the object to align to. I am going to select A on my keyboard and then C on the keyboard, and that aligns that together perfectly. All right, now I will grab that one there and just pop it there manually for the moment. And that one I will pop that over here for the moment, or use some guidelines, maybe set it up in a minute. And there is another one right there. Now it looks like I am going to have to go ahead and make one of this. Look, you could cheat and create a duplicate of these two. However, I would like for you to maybe be a little bit more creative and try to actually create, when you self-edit, what you can see here. All right, so what I am going to do is, in fact, zoom in a little bit more. Grab the darkest colors and order them like that. Hope you got the order right. And there, maybe then, that one, and what do you think? Does that look about right? Maybe that there, and that one there. I think that's about right. Now once I have got all of those, what I am interested in is aligning the top one and the bottom one with those. So my options are to pull down the guideline, or I could just manually pop that there like that. Or what's the other way? Finger on Shift and select that object, and then B for bottom. That easy. Remember, select that object, finger on Shift, select that one, T for top. So now I know that that's aligned with that one and that's aligned with that one. So remember, you go to click on the white area, draw your marquee around all of that, and now I just want to align center. And now I am going to have to bring out my alignment dialog box. Go to distribute, and I need to do spacing, okay? Vertical spacing. Click apply, and there we go. I have created one. Click close. Now we have not talked about grouping very much, and you might want to group a little bit while doing this. It really is just that options there on the property bar, or if you like, right-click when you have a number selector and simply choose Group. It's now grouped together, so I can place that there. Now if 3, I will just zoom out a little bit and up. Now you may always want to just zoom in as tight as you possibly can to help you work this out. Now if you use different zoom levels, just remember that it kind of looks different at a distance to what it does up close. So try to always zoom in similarly to a similar area. Okay, well this time I am going to create another duplicate. Plus on my keyboard, finger on Control, I am going to pop that there like that. Okay, now if I use a guidelines, align that one, it's about right, and align that with that one there. Okay, now that's aligned, so pop that out, away. So all I need to do is select all of those. B for bottom, so they are aligned perfectly across the bottom, and I just need to space them. So again, back to distribute and spacing. Click apply, and there we go. That's done there, and that looks about right. Now remember, you can post this movie at any time. We need to do the same with all of these pieces of text, so I will use my guideline and pop that there. Now preset at the top, and it will snap up to there. Make sure that you have got up here, you have Snap to Guideline turned on. We have learned a lot, and we are putting in all the practice here, so this is going to be a little bit of a test for you. And snap that to there. Next one is mute. And then based, boost, and then surround. It's so good being out of snap to the edge of that guideline. EQ goes in the middle there. Now I think surround is aligned with the bottom there. The green, as we can see. Can you see that? I haven't actually perfectly taken these and center to that black area, so the spacing at the bottom and spacing of the top is even, but mine is actually a little bit out. So what I am going to do is, with one, finger on Shift and select the black background, and then A on my keyboard. That's better. Now what I will do is I will select all of those, and then finger on Shift, select the last object and B for bottom, and that will space them. So I align the rest of the bottom there. Now B for bottom, select that one, T for top. Now select all of those, and we are going to do spacing again. Now here is the interesting thing. Whenever you do with text, it doesn't automatically come up there. The Align and Distribute dialog box, we have to go to Arrange. Come down to Align and Distribute and select that. Now what we could do is, of course, leave it up on your screen all the time. You might pay for me to actually do that. Again, Distribute, Spacing, and Apply, so now they are perfectly spaced. Okay, now you will notice that I did have some, and that was to create an object colors here, but I cheated by creating a duplicate there. It's up to you. I have shown you both ways, so you could go ahead and try to create it, or do what I did. Now we have got 3 lots of colors here. Sorry, 2 lots of colors, green and red. So what I might do is again, grab my guidelines, pop it there, just align that on to there. Now I need a duplicate, so plus on my keyboard, finger on Control, I will just manually align that to there, then Control D, and I will do that all the way up, and as you see, my alignment wasn't perfect. Point back to there. I will delete that one. I am going to put this red one in there. Now here is what is important. Again, I will align that one. Finger on Shift, that object, A, so center, that one, that object, A for center. Now I need to select all of those. Spacing, click Apply, and they are evenly spaced. Finally, we will take the word cinema. Oh, in fact, we didn't actually have a color there, do we? And I will just align that to the edge. Finger on Shift, B for bottom, and there we go. Move that out of the way like that. So I might pop that one out there again. Okay, we need to do some alignment. Go on to the line, center, or to the edge. To the edge is easier in some ways. Now here is an interesting thing. I want to grab all of those objects there and probably pop them over here out of the way. So plus on my keyboard, and I am just going to go outline on to the other side. So I will put that one right on the edge. Finger on Control, snap to there. Finger on Shift, select them both, plus on my keyboard, drag and finger on Control and place that there. Now here is the interesting thing. I want to grab all four objects, right? And I want to group them together. First of all, right-click and group. The reason I have done this is so that I can select. Finger on Shift, select the background, and now hit A and then C. So now all four as a group are perfectly centered to that background. Now you can see they don't align perfectly with my guideline, and that's kind of okay. It doesn't really matter. I can maybe select that and tap back over a little bit to realign because it is a bit of a shadow effect there, and I will not go into detail, but basically do what you feel is right. But the important thing now is we need to right-click and choose Ungroup from the menu. So now I have got individual objects. Why? We see these little black lines that we have got here. I want them to align in the center to the actual note that you can see there. So again, bring over Guideline, pop that there, bring that there, finger on Shift and then B, and in fact, I will just close that down. Click and Learn actually goes there, doesn't it? So pop that over there. So now I want you to know I haven't practiced this. I am just doing this on the fly, and that's why I am making little mistakes as I go. So lock that to there, finger on Shift, and then A to align that to the horizontal. Center that note, same thing, we will pop that there, but I align to C up with the edge there. And again D, that's good, I need a duplicate. Plus on my keyboard, that we will need to come down to there. I need to stretch it out all the way along. I can do that, but or again, pull up another guideline if I wanted to. Now that one there, and C on my keyboard to center a line. Select the line, the background, and tab C. That aligns that perfectly centered to the background, which should be perfectly centered between the two notes. So it's a matter how you think, really, isn't it? Plus on my keyboard, finger on Control, and then select the object. Finger on Shift, and then C. Just align that to there, and we are slowly getting there our way. So there is 1, 5, 6, 2, and 4 is there, 3 is there. So what's important is where numbers align top to the bottom, and they kind of aligned with the bottom and the black, aren't they? So we need another guideline for that. So right there, and right there, and if we want to align perfectly, we put that there. So grab one, snap it right there, grab 6, snap it there, and that's all we are interested in. We are not interested in anything else. Once we select those and then come up to align and distribute, spacing, click apply. Now all we need to do is left align. So left aligned, click apply. Did we actually space those in? I think we did. Click apply. There we go, and look at that. We now have perfectly spaced numbers. And finally, what we have got here is a conglomeration of bits and pieces. Well, I simply would select all of that to start with, and then just go A and C on my keyboard. My goodness, look at that. It all just comes together. So there we go. What doesn't look right about that is, of course, the white area has been centered to the black area underneath, which is not quite right. So select that, finger on Shift, select the gray, and then A and C, and that still is not working. Now, whenever things don't work, we need to zoom in, and you need to try to figure out why. So let's just put that apart, okay? Those two objects have been grouped together. Now, therefore, the white area on top is trying to center to the combination of the two objects. So my options are ungroup it. So right-click, ungroup, select that, finger on Shift, then A and C. Now it aligns perfectly. I might do the same thing with that back piece. Just in case, finger on Shift, select the white, A and C. Yes, it did move. Same with that one there and there. A and C, and now we have got a quality alignment. This shadowed area is there for effect now if you want to move it around with your arrow keys just a little to get what you think is suitable, and that does look good to me. F4, zoom out, and we have got a perfectly aligned amplifier. The shadow is a bit deeper out there than it is down there, so I think you have got a little bit of work to do. But this lesson is tremendous in developing this skill that you would just have to have. Now, next lesson, we are going to use all of this and finish off our business card, which will be a lot more simple.